Hey everybody, Healthy Prepper here. Today's topic is, have you had the chicken talk yet? Yes, that's right, we had the chicken talk, and here's how it went. Well, you may have a different topic other than chickens, but maybe there's something that you've had to discuss with your family or your significant other or your spouse, something about prepping that you would like to do, but let's say the other person isn't quite as enthusiastic as you are. Kind of curious as to how you handle that. All right, so our topic was, should we get a chicken? Well, I found out recently that yes, we can have chickens where I live. And I live in regular suburbanville, houses on either side of me, little, community. And apparently the HOAs can't do anything about it. You are allowed to have chickens. Now, I'm sure there's some restrictions here and there with number and all that kind of thing. But anyway, I thought, how cool is that? Have your own fresh eggs, things like that. And, well, let me just tell you, Hubby Prepper was, although he said he would love to have chickens if we lived far out where there was more country and it wasn't, we weren't living on top of each other here. He just felt that we would be annihilated by our neighbors. They would all hate us as, maybe they would smell, or they would make a lot of noise, or we do have coyotes in the area, and the yard is fenced in, but maybe a coyote would come in and try and get the chickens. I mean, let's just say he had his reasons. And although they were all valid, and I did listen with, open ears, intent, listening, eyeballs, as a good, prepper wife, I still really thought it would be cool to get a chicken. And, that's the way it's kind of gone. There are certain things that I've been really enthusiastic about and he hasn't, or vice versa. He's been really enthusiastic about and I'm like, hey, wait, no, let's skip the canon. We don't need that. Just curious as to what topics you guys are talking about over the old prepper dinner table, and, see where the old coin toss lands. So right now, to save undue strife in the family and apparently the neighborhood, I will not get a chicken, at least not right now, right away. I will continue to buy my eggs the old-fashioned way, and but I still kind of think it would be cool. And of course, I had to finish up the conversation with my dear Hubby Prepper. Then how about a goat, honey? A cute little goat. I would love to have a goat, honestly. I think they are so cute. You can get milk and cheese, and, if you had to, you could eat the goat, but I think it'd be better to let the goat keep on living along. Now, I do see one thing when you compare a chicken to a goat. Where do you get the chicken feed if it's an SHTF situation? I mean, do you, I know nothing about, full reveal here. I know nothing, I'm telling you, about raising chickens. But in an SHTF situation, where am I supposed to get the chicken feed? Is this something I'm supposed to be growing, like in a field beside the house and harvesting for the chickens? Or I don't even know what chickens eat. What do they eat? Corn? So that would be an issue. It's like, how do I keep my chickens alive and fed? Now, I think a goat, I could just take it out to a field and let it eat. They eat everything, right? Don't goats eat everything? Like garbage and stuff? But that's kind of been on my mind. So any of the chicken folk, homesteader folks, if you have any ideas on how, I'm kind of curious as how you're going to supply your chickens with food in an SHTF situation. Okay, so would love to hear from you guys. What topics are on your dinner table that you guys are splitting hairs over? Yes, no, maybe, and how do you handle it? Do you both have to be on board in order for it to happen? Or does one kind of get the say and the other one just sort of schlumps along and does it? Or do you maybe you write it all down? Maybe you do the pros and cons. Maybe you discuss it like, grown rational adults. Or do you just say, oh my God, there's so many, cussing words flying right now. We'll just table this till next time and not talk about it for a bit. I think we've pretty much fallen into every one of those categories, but I just wanted to figure out if, I guess we're weird or normal preppers. All right, everybody, take care. Happy and healthy prepping. And, crossing fingers for a goat or a chicken here. Take care.